everyone, so I'm back with week 5 and this is the 26th of January until the 1st of February, so the last full week of January, and I wanted to use another winter collection for this week because it was cold and I didn't have loads going on, but there was quite a few outdoor activities that were outside and things like that, so it just seemed sort of fitting to have a winter themed collection. And also I don't always use my winter collections as often as I'd like in the winter because things get taken up really with my birthday and Valentine's Day and things like that. Other weeks get filled up with other things, so it's nice to use another winter one. So this is really Monday to Wednesday. I was still with my friends, Sunday to Wednesday. I was still with my friends at Centre Parks Sunday and Monday. Sunday we went for a bike ride and we went swimming. We went swimming, which was really good. We really enjoyed that. We rented the bikes for the whole sort of weekend, but we only really went on like one big bike ride once, and then just used them just to get to and from places. But we actually went for a proper bike ride on the Sunday. The photo's going to go at the top. We actually went out for dinner on the Sunday night because obviously it was our last sort of full evening. We were going home on the Monday morning, so we went to a really nice Italian place. I think it was Bella Italia actually, which is obviously a chain here in the UK, so it's well known, but it was really nice, and we got a picture of all of us just before we had our food, so that was really nice just to get some pictures of us around the table. Then the washi tape that I'm using is just a red snowflake one. It just goes with the colours of this collection, which is the Simple Stories Winter Farmhouse collection, which I think is a 2019 collection. I really want to use it up. I don't have the stickers or anything for this collection. I literally just had maybe the 3x4s, the 4x4s and the 2x2s, because this was when I bought like a bulk load of stuff back in like 2019, 2020, when I was very excited about discovering Simple Stories and all that. So I just bought random bits, and I ended up with these. And I really like it. I really love this collection. I wanted to use it for a while because it's not Christmas, but it's not too snowy. It's more about sort of just being cozy in the winter and stuff like that. So I think it matches quite a lot of weeks in my winter. So I really wanted to use it. So I used my washi tape that I got from the range, and then I'm just using some little stickers that I think are from Violet Studio, which are some Christmassy decorations, and like one that says like with love, and there's some trees and presents and stuff like that, and it just matched the colour scheme really nicely. So I'm using those just as my embellishments. It doesn't need too much. Obviously the cutter parts are quite busy anyway, so it doesn't need too much, but I always like to put something on the photos. So the photo is going to go in the middle. We got a picture of us lined up on our bikes, which is quite nice. I said in the previous week that I will be doing a sort of project of my weekend away with my friends because we had so many photos and it was sort of my birthday sort of weekend. So it'd be nice just to make a full project on it. It'll just go in my album with all my other England adventures and things, but I will come around to doing that eventually. So you'll see more photos of what we did that weekend at some point. And then on the Monday before we left, I had to go back to work on the Monday, as did everyone actually, but we all didn't start until a bit later. But Monday morning we went for breakfast. We went to the pancake house, which was really nice. So we all had like very elaborate pancakes and waffles. So I obviously took a picture of mine and my friends, which was really nice. And then we left and I got the train back and Joe picked me up so then I could start work. So yeah, it just avoided having to use sort of leave for the day where we were going to be leaving anyway. You have to check out your cabin at 10 and stuff like that, so it wasn't like you could do too much. I think you can keep the facilities and stuff throughout the day, but we had work, so it was absolutely fine. 2 days was enough. So because I don't have the 6x4s for this collection, I've sort of made do obviously with the 3x4s. My title card, I'm going to put two 3x4s together to make one card. There was a bit of space on one card that had like little birds and flowers on there that I could stamp the week on. Then I wanted to use that Feeling Frosty next to it because it's the same colour. So the top left will be obviously my title card with two cards in there. Then I'm just using some nice little cards. I like the little pine cones and the flowers and things because it obviously matches the woodland atmosphere that we was in. And then I really like that card that has like Winter Wonderland, hot cocoa, warm and cozy, let it snow and stuff like that, because it was really cozy being in the cabin and stuff. So really wanted to use that. And obviously it's a wood effect on the back of that card, so it just matches nice. Then, as I said, because I've done with 6x4s, I'm going to use my 2x2s, which is really exciting, to make a 6x4. So I really like doing this because, one, it uses up 2x2s. Not many companies do a full sheet of them anymore, so you don't actually have that many. But before, in 2019 and them sort of times, they actually had full sheets of 2x2s. So you had at least sort of, I don't know, you got 6, 12, 18, sort of, yeah, like 36 cards. Cut parts to sort of make do with. So it was a lot. So it's nice to be able to use up those 2x2s. So I try and put different colours together rather than duplicating the colours, because obviously it can look a bit overwhelming. But I put 6 of them down in the bottom right. The photo is going to go in the bottom left. So I moved all my work stuff over to my dining table because my friend was actually coming around to look at what I do as a job, because she's thinking about maybe moving jobs. So she came round, and obviously where I work in the spare bedroom's not got the most amount of space. So it's just easier if I moved into the dining room. So Joe helped me move my big computer screen and everything onto the dining table, and I got quite cozy because I was like, this is nice, because obviously the view out to my garden was lovely. So I was like, I could get used to this, but unfortunately I've had to move back into the spare room because it's not as good to take over the dining table when you sort of use that every day. But yeah, it was just a nice view, and I thought I'd include a little stamped label so I can write a little bit about a friend coming over. But yeah, I just thought it was a nice sort of cozy picture of the sky that was in the background whilst I was working. So yeah, I'm just putting these 2x2s together. There's like a little coffee cup, a little farmhouse, some little pine cones and stuff, snowy trees, and then some mittens. And in the middle, I put sweater weather. I try not to have too many words on these because, as I said, it can be a bit overwhelming. But the one that I do on the next page, I have 2 word ones, but I think it looks quite nice with everything that's going on. So yeah, these sort of weeks. There's a week in my roster at work where I don't do too much because I go back to work on the Wednesday, so I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. And I go back to work on the Wednesday, and then I'm working late, so I can't go out after I finish my shift and stuff like that. So for me, I'm in the morning, so I don't really do too much. I don't go out and stuff. I tend to do things around the house. I do a lot of scrapbooking though when I'm on my late shifts because I don't leave the house. I get up in the morning, do some housework, and then do some scrapbooking. So I do get a lot of scrapbooking done, but everything else, I don't really go out. So these weeks, you'll notice that that's when I'm normally on my late shifts because I don't do too much. So yeah, it was not too bad, and I just enjoyed being cozy, really. As I said, just not too bad a week. Me and Joe do actually go out on the Saturday, so there will be some bits and pieces for that, but other than that, we didn't really do too much. We were just working. So yeah, it's one of those winter sort of times where you don't really do loads. As I said, I do a lot of scrapbooking this time of year. I get really excited because I get so far in advance on my scrapbooks, and I'm like, yes, I'm making real progress here. And then it comes to spring and I'm outside all the time, and I don't get to, I don't want to be inside scrapbooking all the time because I want to make use of the nice weather and doing spring things and stuff like that. So it will get busier, but I'm going to try and keep up with my scrapbook list because I do really want to, as I said, catch up a bit and be less than, I'd like to be like at least sort of 6 months behind rather than over a year behind. So that's my goal really. And, I might get messed up with the house move and stuff like that, but I'm going to really try and see what happens. So I'm just stamping my week 5, and I'm just going to stamp my dates on there, and I do try my hardest to actually work it this time. It's an ongoing struggle. I've said every week it's an ongoing struggle, but I will eventually get there. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this part of the week. As I said, I will be back with the second part. The second part's a bit of an odd one. I had lots of photos of what we did on Saturday, so I had to sort of be a bit creative of what I did there, but I think it looks really nice and it's a bit different. So yeah, it's always nice to do bits and pieces that are different in your project life. I'm actually up to date with my project life as well. I've actually caught up with it now, so that's always good. So yeah, so I'll be back with the second part shortly. Thank you very much. Bye.